What is the difference between an expensive golf ball, a Titleist Pro V1, and a cheap and cheerful golf ball, a TopFlight XL 5000 straight? Let's find out. A lot of people ask me, what golf ball should I be using? Should I be spending a lot of money? Here's where you're going to find out. I've got a couple of TopFlights to go at here. Very, very cheap. You'll find them in most range baskets. I've also got a few Titleist Pro V1s and Pro V1Xs. I'm going to put them all through the paces. We're going to hit drives, we're going to hit chip shot, we're going to hit bunker shot, we're going to hit iron shot. We're basically going to hit all manner of golf shots. I'm going to test them against each other. Let's see which one comes out on top. We may be surprised, we may not. First up, I'm going to hit a driver with the Pro V1. I'm not gonna lie, that felt a little bit necky. Let's see how the TopFlight gets on. It was a much more solid hit. That's gonna be really interesting. A misstruck Pro V1 or an absolutely smashed TopFlight. Let's go find out. So really interesting here, we have a big difference. Got one here and one just up there. And the ripped TopFlight, I'm not over exaggerating, I hit this ball so well, is here. Now let's pace it out. 1, 13, 14, 15, here. So on driver test, a horrible necky fade with the Pro V1 has gone 13 yards, 13 or 14. It's gone further than an absolutely munched TopFlight. If you're using a TopFlight, you're robbing yourself of distance. I'm going to hit some more drivers. Let's see if I can get some good comparisons with two good swings. Let's have a look at some iron shots. I'm now here on a reachable par 5. I've got 230 yards in because I've hit a good drive. I threw them there, but that doesn't matter, does it? I'm going to go TopFlight first, then I'm going to go Pro V1. Let's see what happens. So the TopFlight felt quite towy, not a great strike, and it just dived in the air. That's not going any distance at all. Let's have a look how the Pro V1 reacts. I'll try and put a good swing on this one. I think we may be dancing with that one. Okay, so I've just got up near the green. I've got the TopFlight just here, and in fairness to it, we're pretty much exactly flag high. So it's kept its ball speed there on a miss hit, which I didn't really expect. The Pro V1 must just be a poor club choice on my part because it's gone way long. Let's go see where it is. On the long iron there, we've pretty much learnt that A, TopFlight holds its ball speed even with a terrible towy strike, and B, or 2, James is terrible at clubbing, even with the ball he would normally use. Let's hit some more drives, shall we? Let's see if we can get some fair comparisons this time. Let's do it. TopFlight first off. That was smoked. Let's have a look at the Pro V1. We got one. This is going to be interesting. We're into a bit of a breeze as well, so let's see how they've both done. into that wind. So just as I expected really, I've absolutely smashed both of those golf balls, and we have got the TopFlight just there. And if I take 1, 2, 3, 26 paces forwards, there's your Pro V1. Now it might well be in the rough, obviously that's going to be down to pilot error, but it's just a long way back there, the TopFlight, isn't it? Is it worth that extra £2.50? I'm starting to think so. Now I hear what you're all saying. Drives is fine, long irons is fine. What about the mid irons? Well, this is the perfect place. We've got a little par 3. This is actually one of our winter holes, but for me it's a great little hole. The flag's right at the back, so we're going to be measuring around 150 yards today. Just about a perfect 8 iron. Let's see how both balls react. I'm going to go Pro V1 first and then TopFlight second. Let's do it. Pro V1 felt great. It just turned over a little bit, maybe a bit too much, so I think we're pin high, but it might be a lengthy birdie putt. Let's see what the TopFlight's offering. That TopFlight was ripped, but I think it's short. I think we're putting, but it went straight down the flag, as you might see from the shot tracer, and I think it's a good club short. Maybe it's worth buying these expensive golf balls after all. So as you can see here, thanks to the little eye from the sky, we have the TopFlight, which I really thought I'd hit well, and we're a good club short. Then we've got the Pro V1, which was a good strike. I turned it over a little bit. Flag high, as you'd expect. We're starting to see a trend here, aren't we? Let's have a look at some short game. Okay, so we all know that short game is where golf is won and lost. I've got 3 balls each here, and I'm going to have a play around, see how they feel, see how they react, and see how they both go on. Let's have some fun. Okay, so short game wise there, pretty much exactly what I expected. The TopFlight, I had no feel whatsoever. I struggled to control distance a little bit, and just when it landed I had no idea what it was going to do. As soon as I started using the Pro V1, as you may have even seen on the overhead footage, I started getting a lot closer to the hole. That's going to make putting a lot easier, that's going to make scoring a lot easier. But what about putting, I hear you say? Let's get to the putting green and find out. Just about sums it up really. Putting wise, the only thing I can really compare it to was when you were playing football in the playground, if we can all think back that long. When your mate used to bring that really nice Premier League football, it may not even be Premier League for some of you, may it? Or Champions League football, even the World Cup ball, and it was really cushioned and nice and soft. That's the Pro V1. Then the other kid came in, he brought the kind of the old beat up scabby one that you kicked it and nearly broke your toe. that's like the TopFlight. Now, one of the big factors here in which golf ball to use isn't just based on performance, it's about feel. For me, if I'm playing golf, I want to be enjoying myself. I want to, when I hit a good shot, I want to feel the good shot. Now, with the Pro V1, you get that, with be it short game, be it long game, you get that feel of a good shot versus a bad shot. With the TopFlight, you don't get any of that. It sounds absolutely awful. It sounds pretty much like an X Factor audition on the first week. Make of that what you will. To round this video up, is a Pro V1 or a Pro V1X or a premium golf ball in general worth the extra £2.50 or £2 or however much you're going to pay for them? Absolutely, yeah. If you're serious about your golf or even semi-serious about your golf, go and get yourself some golf balls, all different price brackets, try them out and see what you enjoy the most. People are so fast to invest in their equipment, the golf clubs, the shoes, the bags, even the shirts that they wear. Make sure you invest in your golf ball. Guys, thanks so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't already. See you soon.